To win the Powerball, you cannot just buy a ticket, cross your fingers, and hope for the best. You need a strategy. The truth is, there are secrets to this game, and the more you know, the better your chances. In this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know about Powerball. So if you want to actually hold that big fat check, watch till the end. The basics of Powerball. Let's start with the basics. Powerball is one of the biggest lottery games in the world, played by millions hoping to hit the jackpot. It's a multi-state lottery available in 45 states, plus Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The reason Powerball is so famous is that its jackpots can grow to massive amounts, sometimes over $1 billion, because of its rollover system. If no one wins the jackpot, the prize money rolls over to the next drawing, which makes the stakes even higher. So, how do you play the game? It's pretty simple. You pick 5 numbers between 1 and 69 and one Powerball number between 1 and 26. If all your numbers match the drawn numbers, you win the jackpot. But even if you don't match all of them, there are still multiple ways to win smaller prizes. The drawings happen 3 times a week, on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 10:59 p.m. Eastern Time. During the draw, 5 white balls are randomly selected, followed by 1 red Powerball. If no one matches all 6 numbers, the jackpot increases for the next round. Sometimes this leads to record-breaking prizes. Now, how much do you need to spend to participate? A single Powerball ticket costs $2, but there's an option to add Power Play for an extra $1. Power Play is a multiplier that can boost your non-jackpot winnings. For example, if you win a $50,000 prize and the Power Play is 5 times, you now get $250,000. The Power Play can be anywhere from 2 to 10 times, but it does not apply to the jackpot itself. That prize remains the same no matter what. Adding Power Play is a great option if you want to increase your potential winnings without spending too much more on tickets. Now let's talk about winning. Hitting the jackpot is extremely difficult, with odds of 1 in 292.2 million, but that does not mean you cannot increase your chances of winning something. If you match 3, 4, or 5 of the white balls, you start seeing bigger payouts. Matching all 5 white balls without the Powerball wins you a solid $1 million, which doubles to $2 million if you added Power Play. Luckily, there are a few ways to increase your odds. One is buying more tickets. It won't guarantee a win, but having more chances naturally improves the probability of hitting something. Another smart thing to do is joining a lottery pool. A group of friends, family, or co-workers can pool money to buy multiple tickets. This increases the group's overall chances. If the group wins, the prize is split among all the members. It's an effective way to improve your odds without spending too much individually. Now, before you run to your nearest convenience store to purchase your first Powerball ticket, there are a few important rules you should know about. Because winning the lottery is already rare, but imagine actually winning and then losing your money because of a technicality. This is why you should understand these rules first. The lesser-known Powerball rules. Number 6. The ticket rule. The first one is the ticket rule. It means a Powerball ticket is more than just a piece of paper. It is your only proof of ownership. If you lose it, you cannot claim your prize. Lottery officials do not track ticket buyers, meaning they have no way of knowing if you won unless you physically present the ticket. There have been several heartbreaking stories of winners who misplaced their tickets and lost out on millions. One of the most famous cases happened in California in 2020 when a woman lost a $26 million winning ticket after leaving it in her jeans and washing it. Without the ticket, she had no way to claim the jackpot, and the money was instead given to public schools. To protect yourself, always sign the back of your ticket as soon as you buy it. This makes it harder for someone else to claim it if it's lost or stolen. You should also take a clear photo of the ticket to have proof that you had it. And finally, store it in a safe place. Losing a multi-million-dollar ticket is one mistake you don't want to make. Number 5. State-specific redemption. The next rule is that each ticket is tied to a particular state. Winning Powerball is a nationwide event, sure, but claiming your prize is not. If you live in one state but buy your ticket in another, you'll need to travel back to claim your winnings. Some players don't realize this and assume they can go to their local lottery office anywhere in the country. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Each state has its own lottery commission that manages ticket sales, prize payouts, and taxes. Even if the jackpot is shared across multiple states, the individual states handle their own payouts. This means that even if you bought your ticket while on vacation or traveling for work, you will have to return to that state to collect your winnings. Number 4. The claiming deadline. The next strict rule is about the claiming deadline. Winning a Powerball jackpot is a life-changing event, but it comes with a strict expiration date. In most states, you have 180 days or 6 months to claim your prize. Some states allow up to a year, while others have even shorter deadlines. If you fail to claim your winnings within the deadline, you lose everything. There are no exceptions, no extensions, and no second chances. The unclaimed money is usually returned to the state, where it may be used for education, public services, or other government programs. The reason for this rule is simple. Lottery commissions don't keep money waiting forever. If a winner does not come forward, the funds are redistributed. Over the years, millions of dollars in unclaimed winnings have been forfeited because people either forgot to check their tickets, misplaced them, or didn't realize they had won. To avoid this, always check your numbers after every drawing. Even if you don't think you won the jackpot, smaller prizes go unclaimed all the time. Some states even have a 90-day deadline for lower-tier prizes, so checking your ticket promptly is crucial. Number 3. Public disclosure. There is also a rule in the Powerball rulebook that forces you to go public and announce your winnings. That means your name, hometown, and even the amount you won can be made available to the public. Why do states do this? Transparency. Lottery commissions want to show that the game is fair and that real people actually win. However, this can lead to unwanted attention, scams, and even safety concerns. Many past winners have reported being bombarded with requests for money, threats, and even legal battles from distant relatives and strangers. Some have had to move, change phone numbers, or hire security to protect themselves. A few states, however, allow winners to remain anonymous. These include Delaware, Kansas, Maryland, North Dakota, Texas, and South Carolina. Other states allow winners to claim their prize through a trust or legal entity to keep their name private. If you ever win big, checking the privacy laws in your state is a must before claiming your prize. There are also some tax surprises you should be aware of. Number 2. Tax surprises. When you see a massive Powerball jackpot advertised, you might think the winner will get all that money in their bank account. That's not the case. The advertised jackpot is based on an annuity payment plan, meaning the total amount is paid over 30 years. If a winner chooses the lump sum payout, they receive a significantly lower amount up front. For example, if the jackpot is $1 billion, the lump sum payout might be around $500 million. That's because the full jackpot is based on investments that generate interest over time. But that's not all. Taxes take another huge chunk. The federal government automatically withholds 24%, and winners may owe more when they file their tax return, bringing their total federal tax rate up to 37%. On top of that, each state has its own tax rate for lottery winnings. Some states like California, Florida, Texas, and Tennessee do not tax lottery winnings at all. Others like New York, Maryland, and New Jersey take more than 10%. This means that by the time all the taxes are paid, a jackpot winner could end up with less than half of the advertised prize. The next rule dictates how you will get your money. Number 1. Lump sum versus annuity. If you win the jackpot, you have two payout options. There is a lump sum option or an annuity one. The lump sum gives you one large payment up front, while the annuity spreads the jackpot over 30 annual payments, increasing by 5% each year. Most winners choose the lump sum because they want immediate access to their money. However, financial experts often recommend the annuity, especially for people who are not used to handling large amounts of money. The annuity option provides a steady income for 30 years, reducing the risk of blowing through the winnings too quickly. There are countless stories of lottery winners who took the lump sum and lost everything within a few years due to poor spending, bad investments, or scams. The annuity protects winners from themselves and ensures long-term financial security. The choice ultimately depends on the winner's financial situation, age, and level of discipline. Both options have their pros and cons, but understanding the difference is crucial before making a decision. Now that you know the basic rules of Powerball, you are ready to play and test your luck. But if you really want to win, you should know there are some secrets that Powerball does not want people to know. They promote the idea of life-changing jackpots, show happy winners holding oversized checks, and make it seem like anyone can strike it rich. But behind all that, there are a few things they don't openly talk about. Secrets Powerball doesn't want you to know. First, let's talk about the actual odds. Powerball makes winning look possible, even probable, with all the advertising and excitement. But the truth is not as great as it seems to be. The odds of hitting the jackpot are 1 in 292.2 million. To put that into perspective, you are more likely to be struck by lightning in your lifetime multiple times than to win Powerball. You are also more likely to be attacked by a shark, become a billionaire through business, or even be hit by a meteorite. Every time you see someone celebrating a jackpot win, remember that millions of other players lost their money in that same draw. Powerball does not highlight that part. Instead, they want you to focus on the dream, not the reality that almost every ticket sold is worthless the moment the numbers are drawn. Another common misconception is the idea of due numbers. Many players believe that certain numbers are overdue for a win because they've not been drawn in a while. Some even track past results, hoping to predict the next big hit. But this is a complete myth. Every draw is completely random, and past results do not influence future ones. The idea that a number is due to appear is known as the gambler's fallacy, the same flawed thinking that makes people keep betting on red at the roulette table because black has won 5 times in a row. In reality, every Powerball draw is independent, and every number has the same chance of being selected as any other. The lottery wants players to believe in lucky numbers and strategies, but in the end, it's just math. Now, one of the best-kept secrets of Powerball is the power of syndicates or lottery pools. As we mentioned before, playing in a group increases your chances of winning without spending extra money. This means if 10 people pool their money and buy 10 tickets instead of 1, their odds of winning increase tenfold. If they win, they split the prize, but even a fraction of a jackpot is better than nothing. Powerball does not emphasize this because it means fewer individual tickets are sold. They make more money when millions of people buy single tickets rather than pooling their resources. Lottery pools have helped groups of coworkers, friends, and even strangers win massive jackpots. But unless you already know about them, Powerball won't be the one to tell you. Another trick Powerball uses is the illusion of rolled over jackpots. When no one wins the grand prize, the jackpot gets bigger for the next draw, creating more hype and selling more tickets. But what they don't tell you is that a bigger jackpot does not change your odds of winning. Your chances are the same whether the jackpot is $40 million or $1 billion. What does change is the number of people playing. When the prize gets huge, millions more people enter the game, making it even harder to win. The lottery thrives on this excitement, knowing that the more the jackpot rolls over, the more people will throw their money in, unaware that the odds remain just as slim. Then, there is the debate between quick pick and choosing your own numbers. We bet you're also thinking about how you're going to choose your numbers. You should know that statistically, about 70% of jackpot winners use quick pick, where the system randomly selects numbers for them. Some people insist on picking their own numbers, believing it gives them control. The problem is that most personal selections are based on familiar numbers, like birthdays and anniversaries, meaning they rarely go above 31. That creates a clustering effect, where if those numbers hit, the jackpot is more likely to be shared among multiple winners. Quick Pick ensures complete randomness, which actually increases the chances of having a unique set of numbers. While Powerball does not directly discourage people from choosing their own numbers, they also don't openly mention that Quick Pick is statistically more common among jackpot winners. Another well-kept secret is where the money actually goes. Lotteries are often advertised as supporting education and public programs, but in many states, lottery funds are misallocated or replace existing funding instead of adding to it. You should know that instead of increasing school budgets, some states simply swap out taxpayer funding with lottery money, meaning schools don't always see the additional benefits. In some cases, only a fraction of the lottery revenue actually goes to education, while the majority is used for administrative costs, retailer commissions, and advertising. It's a common misconception that playing the lottery is a way to give back to the community, when in reality, the system is designed to generate massive profits for the Lottery Commission and the state government. This is a harsh reality of the lottery world. Then there is the so-called curse of lottery winners you should be aware of. Many jackpot winners end up broke, in trouble, or worse. Stories of big winners losing everything are shockingly common. Some fall victim to lavish spending, bad investments, and con artists, while others face family drama, legal battles, or even violence. The sudden wealth completely changes their lives, and not always for the better. Studies show that nearly 70% of lottery winners go bankrupt within a few years. Powerball doesn't advertise this side of winning. They want people to believe winning is all about financial freedom and happiness, not the potential for ruin. And finally, there is the hidden gambling addiction factor. Powerball, like all lotteries, is designed to exploit human psychology. The thrill of almost winning keeps people coming back. Even when they're consistently losing, many players justify their spending by telling themselves they're only playing for fun or that they will win eventually. But for some, the lottery becomes a serious financial problem. Studies show that lower-income individuals spend a higher percentage of their earnings on lottery tickets, hoping for a way out of financial struggles. Instead of helping them escape poverty, the lottery keeps them trapped in a cycle of spending and losing. Powerball does not want to talk about this because lottery addiction fuels their profits. If people only played casually or responsibly, the lottery would not make as much money. All in all, Powerball is a business designed to make billions of dollars from hopeful players who rarely win. They promote massive jackpots, unbelievable winnings, and the dream of financial freedom while keeping quiet about the reality that almost everyone loses. They don't talk about the true odds, the flaws in number-picking strategies, the power of syndicates, or where the money really goes. They don't highlight the financial struggles of past winners or the dangers of gambling addiction. Instead, they focus on selling a dream, because as long as people believe in that dream, they will keep spending money draw after draw, chasing something that most will never catch. But don't be surprised. These are just a few of the secrets behind Powerball. There's even more they don't want you to know. Watch our next video to uncover dirty lottery secrets that they don't want you to know.